the show. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's a beautiful evening over here in Lagos State, Nigeria. So you know what it is today. By this time every week, we bring to you Week in View, a program where we talk about the trending headlines in the world of blockchain and crypto and fintech across the globe. So we look at some of the top headlines in Africa and also global headlines. So I know you had any headline that you missed. When did you miss any top trending headline in the week? Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We are here to go through all those headlines and so that we'll be able to get them. So joining me on the show is my co-host, Ochuko.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to have you on the show again. Promises to be very insightful as always.
Yes, as it always be. Before we proceed with some of the top headlines that we have today, you do well to follow us across all our social media handles at Coin Extra TV. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn at Coin Extra TV. And also, this program is broadcasted live across four channels: our Facebook page, LinkedIn account, and also on Twitter and Facebook. So we broadcast across these channels. So do well to watch them out. Anywhere you're joining from, do well to share and like so that information will be uh, distributed and to get to everyone's fingertip. So not wasting much of our time, we'll look at some of the headlines that we have. But before then, we'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll continue with the headline. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. So welcome back to the show. It's still Week in View live on Coin News Extra TV. So we look at some of the headlines that we have. First of all, we look at the African headlines, some of the trending stories in the world of fintech and blockchain in Africa. So number one here is Nigerian fintech company enables contactless payment.
Yeah, Touch and Pay have announced their new way of payment, which involves a calorie card. With the use of this card, you can pay without having to make contact. The infrastructure enables contactless payments cards used on buses, ferries, trains, and is now available in Nigeria by tap.
Yeah, so another headline we have over the week, we saw that our GT Bank, that's Guaranty Trust Bank, it debited some of its customers. Some of them were accredited to people who are trading in cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, some customers of Guarantee Trust Bank Ghana have reportedly said that their accounts were debited for trading in cryptocurrency. Although the bank said such transactions were illegal, they still tend to look into it.
Now, currently, we have a program that is currently going on in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a summit about leadership. It's that the Leadership Agenda Summit Lagos. So it's currently going on in Lagos. So that particular conference is talking about leadership in Africa.
Yeah, Nigeria as inflection point is what the event is themed, and those expected to grace the event include business founders, change makers, various investors, chief executive officers of industries, issued executives, as well as whether important personalities in the ecosystem.
Now we move to Zimbabwe, still in Africa. So Zimbabweans CashLink launches banking as a service platform for small businesses.
Cashlink is a company that offers banking solutions made specifically for small and upcoming businesses.
FINCRA acquires a PSSP license.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has issued FinCra with their payment service solutions provider license in Nigeria in order for them to kickstart their services.
Yeah, the next headline is about the state of fintech in Africa. So, most especially what really happened last year, 2022, how it was. So, this week we saw a statement from the a goodwill remark from the Fintech Association of Nigeria's president.
David Ade Bajomo, he started by congratulating all the stakeholders in the Nigerian fintech ecosystem, telling them how it was very paramount for them to move together in order to facilitate the growth and the movement forward of the ecosystem in Nigeria. Also, he stated and continued to talk about the upward trajectory and the growth of the fintech ecosystem in Nigeria particularly.
Yeah, so it's a very important one that we know some of the trending headlines. These are some of the ones that we are able to see that are the trending headlines in Africa when it comes to fintech and blockchain. So if you want to be able to pass information across, so if you have a major headlines that you feel most especially in Africa where we focus more. If you feel there are some headlines that we didn't cover, do well to drop them out so that we'll be able to know what is happening in your area. We want to know what is really happening in North Africa, in West Africa, in East Africa, Central Africa, around Africa, and also globally. So we want to know, do you have any headline that you feel you are missing out on? Do well to send them across. We'll be able to look at them. So that's how far we can go on the African headlines. Next, it will be the global headlines in the world of blockchain and fintech. But before we go to that, we'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll continue with the headlines. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is Crypto History live on CoinDizExtra TV. It is a program where we talk about the scams, the secrets, the miseries that are in the blockchain, fintech, and crypto ecosystem. So join us every Mondays, 3 p.m. West African time to talk about this show. Do you want to stay safe in the blockchain and crypto ecosystem? Do you want to know what is really happening, the secrets, the scams, the dangers in the blockchain and crypto ecosystem? Don't miss this program live on CoinDizExtra TV, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't miss this. Join us. So let's look at some of the global headlines. The one I have here, number one on the global headlines here is global fintech funding dropped 46 show is still. Hmm? Welcome back to the show. Is still week in view live on CoinDizExtra TV. We are looking at top headlines in the world of blockchain, fintech, and crypto this week. So let's continue. We've been able to look at African headlines. Let's look at the global headlines. Number one there is global fintech funding dropped by 46% in 2022.
Yes, a recent analysis from Crunchbase states that global fintech funding hit 72.5 billion dollars in 2022. Also, according to the data, it found that there was a slowdown towards the last part of the year as $10.7 billion dollars was raised in funding, which is the lowest total since 2018.
Interesting. I don't know if you can attribute that to the market situation. It's not only this market situation is not only in the crypto space, it's also in the stock market. Next on that is we are looking at Coinbase fined 3.3 million euros there over non-registration in the Netherlands.
The Coinbase has been fined 3.3 million euros by the Danish Bank in Netherlands, which is the central bank, for operating without a license. It was also noted that also further exchange was also they were also penalized with the same issue for not having the license and also giving out services to the people.
We look at Ireland. Ireland Affairs Bank is seeking to ban crypto adverts.
Yeah, I think this is mainly because of the fear of crypto being a scam, because the bank's governor stated that cryptocurrency is seen as a Ponzi scheme that majorly leads to losses. So I guess this is the major reason why they are pushing for crypto adverts to be banned.
Yeah, with the next headline I we're going to talk about is it going to be because of the market situation where we see the market turmoil. Because of it, I see that crypto giant Genesis is filing for bankruptcy.
Yes, Financial Times was here to report that crypto giants Genesis Global, and their crypto lending and trading giants with more than 200 companies filed for bankruptcy late Thursday as part of the effects of the FTX crash.
Yeah, so the effect of FTS is still having its own tongue on the crypto market. But I believe with the recent market turnaround, we've seen it's like the market has really bounced back to where we were before the FTS crash. Let's see how, before the FTS crash, the market was not still stable, but at least we have been able to bounce back, not even by the market price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to what we were before, where we were before the FTS issues. Some of the impacts, talking about the FTS issues, some of the impacts you want to say is we looked at the layoffs. So when you talk about the layoffs in the crypto market, it's not only in the crypto space. You can also see that the layoffs are also we see that situation in the tech sector generally. So a lot of even tech giants are laying off their workforce because of the what we experience in a recession everywhere. The market is not being stable. So what we can look at some of the headlines we are looking at here. We've been able to look at how the fintech is faring in Nigeria, most especially with that statement from the Fintech Association of Nigeria's president there, making that speech there. So it's a very interesting one there. So we look at some of the layoffs there. When we talk about the layoffs, we see that cryptocurrency exchange Luno joined the increasing list of cryptocurrency firms laying off their workforce.
Yeah, crypto. Luno laid off 35% of his workforce. This was following Germany, another cryptocurrency giant, laying off 10% of the workforce. It sort of seems that their jobs are not safe these days. What do you feel? Because layoffs here, layoffs there, and for major cryptocurrency giants, not just anyhow ones. Understand? So, do you think it's majorly because of this FTX? Because it has been going on for a very long time. Last week we spoke on the layoffs that happened in November last year, a whole bunch of them, and now this week we're having two more crypto giants further laid off. What do you think is this issue? Are jobs really safe these days?
One thing with this situation is that most companies, some companies in the tech space, even in the crypto and blockchain fintech space, they tend to hire much, so they go to hire a lot of workforce because the market is doing very well. Because the market is well, or the economy is booming, or the whatever ecosystem you are thriving on is moving very well. So they go to hire people that are extra workforce. Sometimes it's about planning also. Also, that's what you look at. It's also important that you look at. There are some opportunities that could be ad hoc employment. That you could have ad hoc staffs who just work for that particular period of time. If you check in other sectors, for example, logistics when it comes to the food industry, when maybe the hotels and all those industries. You see that most especially when it's getting to November, December, the demand goes high, and they go to get extra workforce. Those are they employ ad hoc staffs who come to fill up that gap. Some of those things are when you see those demand rising. Some of those rise are seasonal. So it's about forecasting. But I know it's not easy. When you talk about the FTS crash, last year has really affected the crypto space 2022 because before that we saw Luna, Terra came and caused its own damage. We are trying to survive from that one particular one. We saw this one coming from FTS. And no one really expected that because FTS was the second largest crypto platform then. So this, looking at it, is something that we feel like 2023 is going to be interesting for the industry. So I don't think there are going to be much layoff this year because there are going to be more opportunities because the market will also hopefully bounce back. Some projects have already learned their lessons and also there have been some adjustments. So everyone will be careful in hiring more. And also people that have their own finances to adjust slowing down on spending them. So the burn rate are reducing. So everyone is very, very careful about that.
Okay.
So what's your own take on that?
Well, still on this same layoff issue, on Twitter, I saw a comment that is the rise of AI, the end of jobs for human beings, because it seems like the better AI is getting, they are seeing the need to not have so much workers anymore. You understand? Like, oh, this is something my artificial intelligence can handle. I don't need 100 workers anymore, because that's some of these companies, when they notice this was happening, instead of paying what a machine can do, they tend to just cut off the staff and stick with the machine. Do you think that's also part of the things causing these layoffs?
No, that's the that particular effect, the AI effect, is still at its infant stage, I believe, because there are going to be more. But these particular layoffs now are not because of the tech layoffs
No.
generally, not because the AI. The effect of the AI is coming. Before I came up to the studio here, I didn't grab much. I saw there was a particular tech platform that's laid on their workforce because of ChatGPT could do.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT, yeah.
So that ChatGPT is at the forefront when it comes to AI. I know some are arguing, like we had a conversation with someone that argued that it's deep learning and machine learning, not actually AI. But that's the discussion for another day. Talking about the AI effect, what I mean I know is it's going to affect workforce, but what it happens here is about one being able to adjust to what the market
Market is
is
demanding.
demanding. So now that the things are going digital, it's just like when the internet came at first, people are saying that it's going to take all the work of humans. And also, even I could remember during the ATM era, the automatic
Yes,
teller
teller
machine,
machine.
people were saying that it's going to cause work, a lot of havoc when it comes to workforce in the banking sector. It's what are we seeing today? It's being able to adjust to what is particularly happening. So now it's about people now looking for how to be able to align to what AI is bringing, but don't remain how you are. So you've seen the AI coming, the robotics and all the emerging tech coming. It's for you to even companies to align. You see what is really happening with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You see that Microsoft is aligning with ChatGPT, that's OpenAI, the company behind it. And you also look at what Google is coming
Yes.
up with. It's a deep mind also to counter that. And a lot of this. So even no matter how big you are as a company, is you have to not only for the employees, for business owners, is for you to be able to adjust and see how you align. If not, you'll be obsolete, and that will not be a good one for that particular. Is there any other thing we have to look
No,
at
that's
here?
that's
So,
that's
so that
all
we'll be
on
able
our
to.
headlines.
Yes, it's a very amazing, interesting conversation. So we are also coming your way every Friday. So if you miss any headline in the day, maybe Mondays, Thursday, or Friday, you miss any major headline, just don't worry. Come and join us every Friday 4 p.m. West African time, live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Join us by this time. We'll be able to cover all major top headlines. Or you are looking for information in Africa, you want to know things that are happening in the African blockchain and fintech ecosystem, do well to join us every week, Friday, for West Africa. Also, do well to visit our website for the trending stories in the world of blockchain and fintech, www.coinnewsextra.com. That's our website where we publish daily news that are happening in the world of blockchain and fintech. And also, you can also join us on weekdays for different programs that we have. We have programs live every Monday. We have the Crypto X-Ray. That's a very good program where we analyze the scams and the illicit activities, the money launderings that are happening in the ecosystem and how you could avoid them. And we have on Wednesdays, we have a weekly panel discussion where we have industry players to come talk about different headlines in the ecosystem and the state of the ecosystem. On Fridays, we have this, before earlier on Fridays at 12 p.m. West African time, we have Tech Wells, which is that particular program is for startup founders and investors. So do well to join us and stay informed of things that are happening in the ecosystem. Do you have anything from people?
Keep watching Coin News Extra TV. Same time next week. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Chico, for this. Thank you, our audience. Thank you for the production team who have really made this possible. Thank you very much. See you Next week, same time, same station. Bye for now.